Alrighty, so we're back. Welcome to 3D Insight number 4. Let's get right down to business. Here we go. We got our Reach Spartan, which last time we did the grouping for. Okay, right off the bat, I'm seeing a problem, which I'm surprised I didn't notice before, and I'm gonna have to fix. Alright, so check this out. Hopefully you can see this okay. But every time you highlight a part of the model, you're gonna see the white outlines showing you like everything that's grouped to that part, right? So look at this. What's this? This collar thing. We got these two jagged spikes there. That shouldn't be there. And then when I select the chest, you see there's some stuff down by the abdomen as well. See right here? This is the abdomen. This should have everything in this area. But when you select the chest, there's some white down there. So we want to make sure we're going to fix that. Also, this arm here should not be having any part of anything else. So we're going to go back to setup and try and fix that. So first thing, let's deal with that left forearm. So I've opened up my thingies, my grouping tool, and I'm going to start with the left forearm. Now everything that's red is connected, and oh, there it is. There's that piece that should not be there, so we're going to go to abdomen. Remember, we never subtract, we always add. So I'm back to the abdomen, and I'm going to add this on. I'm going to weld it. Boom. And now I'm going to go to the chest because we had some issues there as well. I think we got it though. So I'm going to go back to that left forearm. There we go. I'm going to weld that. You always, every time you like change something, you want to weld. So I'm going to go to the neck. We got these spikes here that just look wrong, so I'm gonna click those in, weld the new neck, then I'm gonna go back to the chest, I'm gonna weld the new chest, and we're all fixed up, so now I'm gonna go back to the pose room. Okay, let's see how that looks. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful, no random weird lines, everything is fine, everything looks stellar. Absolutely stellar. That's the hip, and it's a leg. Good. It's all looking good. So you're going to save this, Control S, whatever. And now we're going to start importing the actual armor pieces and sticking them on, because it'll be easier to see how it's going to move. See, we have to edit all these joints and how they move. See, look at that. What's going on there? Twisted. Ugh. Joint parameters are really weird. They can do some weird, funny, crazy things that are obnoxious, and they're always, I don't know, they've always been glitchy for me, and they do weird stuff. But you just deal with it. I haven't rigged something in a long time, and so like, so far I've been really lucky in this tutorial. I haven't run into any like big issues, but honestly, the joint parameters are where most of the issues come up. So a little worried, but we're gonna jump into this, and any issues that may come up, we're gonna solve them together. All right. So I went to File, Import, 3ds. I'm not gonna mess with any of these settings; they're all fine. Click OK. And we're gonna look for our armor, which I have like way tucked away in some file in the dark depths of this computer. So we go, I'm downloads, 3D assets, Halo models, Reach, extracted, Spartans. Did I put it here? Maybe, no, I didn't. It's in, there it is, RIP Spartan. Here we go. So I have all these 3DS files that I exported from 3DS Max. Right? I just like deleted everything except for the chest armor piece, and then I exported that. And then I like undid all my deletes to get all the armor back, and then deleted the chest and everything else, and then left whatever one piece I want to get. Let's start with, I mean, let's start with the chest. Just, what? And it's gonna pop in here like way too big. And it's gonna start looking for all these texture files that we won't even need. We're only gonna need like 1 or 2. So when each of these comes in, you're gonna have to just cancel, look for the texture later, because it's gonna go crazy. So we got yes, we have a model loading in, and it's taking its sweet time. There we go. Oh, it didn't even ask for texture. That's weird. Okay, whatever. So here is the reach chest piece. It's a little big right now. So we're gonna start shrinking this down. Oh, it looks like, I mean, this is all like total guesswork. So I'm gonna start with 30 and just start moving this thing around. This is probably too big still, but just gonna slide it in here. Generally for precise movement, I'm using these dials on the left and right. Technically, you could like drag it, but that's messy. You don't do that really much. Really much. What the frick does that mean? Okay. So it is a little big still, I think. So I'm going to shrink it down. 28, maybe? The good thing is once you figure out the size it should be, you can usually make all the other armor pieces that size, and they should fit in fine. But there may be a few exceptions here and there. So it's fitting on pretty well now. I'm basically just looking for like little creases where there may be like a hole or something, and I want to make sure it's all covered up. Because we don't want none of that. We want to make it as tight as possible. It needs to fit. Man, this is armor. This is important. Okay. So, it seems to be looking pretty good. It's a little hard to tell sometimes. Just sort of mess with it. I will probably... Yeah, I'm just going to leave that there for now. And start importing other pieces. So let's go to import 3D Studio. Okay. We're going to go to the Reach Helmet Recon. Just because. Okay, so my chest was 28%. I'm going to start right off here and just go 28% since I know that's probably pretty close to what it needs to be. Except not. That is gigantic. Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't cooperate. We're going to shrink that way down to like 16, I guess. And start aligning that right here on the head. Oh, this be crazy. Okay, now it's probably a little small. Alright, bring that up to 18. And yeah, that's looking better. It's looking better. There we go. Okay, it's looking pretty beautiful. Pretty beautiful. I'm gonna move it good. Somewhere around here, that's good. Yeah, I mean that's pretty decent. Okay. We're gonna pull out. Wow, that's what he said. Import 3D Studio again. Let's go to our hip joint. This will be fun. And let's see if 28 will work. I just totally misjudged this entire operation. It's still like a giant diaper. Okay. Nice. That's huge. Okay. We're gonna shrink this down to like, I think it's probably only the arm pieces that can be the uh, same sizes, like exact percentages. They should be able to at least, although I don't know. These reach models have a lot more detail on the arm pieces, like I'm pretty sure the arms are actually like different sizes and stuff. Like the arm guards, and I think, maybe, I don't know. I haven't done this before. I did it on the Halo 3 model, but I actually did it differently. The Halo 3 models, I did not strip off the armor first. I just tried to animate them, like rig them up with the armor on. It just caused a lot of pain in the grouping and the joint parameter section. I don't know if you can kind of imagine that, like having all these armor details to deal with. Pretty annoying. Okay. I don't know, I'm looking at like a little piece here. See, there's this gray thing here. I'm not sure what that is. I feel like that might be like a little thingy left behind in 3ds Max that I forgot to delete. So what I might do later is like re-render, re-export these armor pieces back from 3ds Max and just delete little pieces like that that I find out are not supposed to be there or something. Alright, now I'm not going to deal with that. Now I just need to figure out if this is correct. It's looking okay. I feel like it needs to be tighter. Okay. Decent-ish. Okay. Maybe it's still a little too... No, it doesn't look too big, does it? Oh, maybe take it 1% down. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So there's our hip piece. And we're going to go to 3D Studio. Let's grab our... There it is. Okay, left foot. Nice. This thing's probably going to need to be like 18. Maybe that's too small. Alrighty. So this one is a little hard to judge on the size. Oh, I think I did make it too small. So let's bring it up to like 20. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna shift it around. Is this even the right? Yeah, that's left. Okay. Alrighty. So that's looking decent enough. Again, we can always adjust it later if it doesn't look right. So we'll go import 3D Studio and that forearm. Nice. Huge. 20. Okay, it is still gigantic. Wow. Let's go to 60. Okay. Look better. I generally use these top buttons here for my camera rotation. They're over here like really huge and supposedly convenient, but they're not. They're not convenient over there at all. It's annoying. Also, this little thing, I don't know if you'll have it checked by default, but this little button, normally it looks like that, and then if you click it, it rotates whatever you have selected. Like it uses that as the center to rotate around, and it's really convenient. So, but I think it's only in Poser 2012 and on, I think, probably. So, yeah. Alright, this is still looking a little big, so I'm going to shrink it down to like 15. just a guessing game where you try and nudge things around and get them back where they're supposed to be. But I think it's better than trying to rig with all these armor pieces to deal with Erg. I mean, you've got like so many different ways it could go wrong with accidentally having certain polygons selected and really annoying stuff like that. Like, I mean, you just saw how our left forearm here was accidentally connected to the abdomen, and there's like so few polygons on this body when it doesn't have the armor on. So imagine with the armor on, all the accidental polygons and stuff that could be selected and whatever when you're trying to rig. It's annoying. It took me a long time to rig that first Halo 3 Spartan, and I was like, there's got to be a better way. And so I'm hoping that this is that better way. So far, it definitely seems like it. But until we get to those joint parameters, we won't really know. Okay, so this is looking decent, I'm thinking. Alright, so we're gonna leave that for now. We're gonna go to Import 3D Studio. Go for the hand. Here we go. Goodness gracious, it's so big. Okay. Shrink that down to like 12. And raise it up. Okay. Oh, that is still huge. Okay. So, we are... wow. Might still be too big. But let us see first. Okay. Yeah, that needs to be shrunk. Okay, let's go for like 7. Oh, right. Cool stuff. Now we're gonna figure out how exactly this hand fits on here. It just seems to look funny, doesn't it? I don't know. Gonna keep sliding it around, figuring out what exactly I'm looking for. Okay. Because one thing you won't ever have to do is you don't have to rotate it, because since you're just exporting it straight out of the 3ds Max and it's all in the position it should be, then rotating it will only throw it off alignment. So you shouldn't ever have to like rotate. You might get really confused for like what's supposed to go where. So this, I know it has to fit here, so basically I just have to move it around until it seems like it just clicks. It's like, aha, that is the spot. And I'm not finding that spot. What I might do, open 3ds Max and like examine the model in there to just figure out, because this hand thing is confusing me. Like, what? How does this work? How to hand, maybe? Okay. We're gonna leave that alone for now and come back to that. I'm gonna go to 3D Studio Import, go to the left shin, Alright. This one should be easier. I'm gonna shrink it down like 26, sure. And slide it on in here. Alright. So it looks quite fat still. Fun stuff. Shrink this. Okay. So I think 24 or 23. Yeah, 24. We'll try that. Yeah, it's still looking really big. Okay. Really big. Alright. Switch this down to 23. And that's definitely a little better. Alright. Let's hit this thing up. Come on. Come on. It looks like we're almost there. Okay, 10 seconds now. It's tedious work, my friends. It is tedious work. Okay. Alright, it's gotta be 24. Okay, it's way. Yeah, okay. So, we got this annoying bit here. It's gotta go down far enough to cover that. Huh. Okay, looks like this is the spot just about. Oh, dang it, there I go again. Go for it. Alright. So there's a leg. Sort of. Save this for now. Open up this guy. 3DS Max. And open one of my files. I'm gonna go to my download, wherever those are. Hello, there it is. Okay. 3D assets, Halo models, Spartans. No, they're not there. They're Reach. Spartans. There we go. Okay. So let's go for alright. So this is my Spartan body. Now I'm going to import the armor back onto him. Or not, maybe. I figured I could, here we go. All files. Okay, Spartan recon. Nope, oh, come on. Okay, won't let me do that. Never mind. We're just gonna have to, because I didn't save the Spartan himself as his own his own model thing in 3ds Max. Anyway, I just saved the Spartan mass, as I call it, which is everything on one Spartan. So I'm gonna have to get rid of all this junk. And boom. That didn't work. Okay. Okay, just gotta find the correct. Okay, delete the female body. And I need to get rid of those arms. There we go. Now I can deselect the body, deselect the arms, delete everything else. There we go. And now I can get a little closer look on how this is supposed to look. Okay, so those hand things are pretty small, aren't they? Interesting. And these shins here. Okay. So I'm going to compare this to my poser model, which isn't quite there. But it looks close. Oopsie. Okay. Alrighty. So we got some very small hand pieces. Shrink this down to like 6. Yay! Alrighty. Okay, so it's gonna. It should be pretty flat against it, as you see. So I'm gonna check out this, and it's not really doing that. So I might have actually lied. Maybe you do have to rotate it, which should be mildly annoying, but you know, just live with it. So now I'm going to deal with rotations on, and we're going to stick this on. That should be back towards the arm guard. No, but now it's all flying away from it. Come on. 3D space is pretty crazy sometimes. It is a trip. Okay. Oh, come on now. Obey my commands. Foul program. Blogger, blogger. Okay. That's better-ish. Now it needs to be... There we go. There we go. Here it is. Here it is. Maybe I was... Maybe I was wrong about that rotating thing. You don't need to. That would be wonderful, because you do not want to get into the rotation world. It's looking okay. Alright. It's like almost there. Okay. Okay. Look at how close that is. It's like right. Okay, what I'll probably do for this to make it work, I'm gonna stretch out the X scale, and that didn't really work. The Z, no. The Z and the X, and it's not working. Okay. So now we're gonna. make it, yeah, make it slightly bigger. Okay. So wait, 7. But now that's not slightly. Okay. Let's go for 6.5. Check that, compared to that, that's kind of too big. Nope. Okay, basically my only problem with this is that you could see like the black kind of getting through it, which you don't want. It's just sort of tacky, and it's going to be enough of that kind of problem when you're animating. So you don't really want to start off with that already there and apparent. It's just no fun. Oh, so I'm trying to just adjust it to the point where it'll look good enough. So probably I want to tilt back that back end. My goodness. Okay, so if we just, there we go. Lift it up a little. Here we go. I'm pretty almost happy with this. Okay, what we got here? Oh, okay. Oh, we got. Solve one problem and cause a new one. Alright. Very close. Okay. What is this looking like? Needs to go down. Like that-ish. Oh. Might be able to live with this. Might be able to live with that. That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, I can live with that one. But my shin here is having a problem. As you can see, there should be a pretty defined gap in here with the ankle and the shin going on, but there's not. So it looks like this needs to be raised up. Yeah, that's better-ish. Okay. Now it's too far forward. Okay. Nice. See, but now we got this weirdness going on. There's actually a gap in here, which is just no good. No good at all. Don't want that. Alright. There's a few things I can try. One thing I'll lower this. That's what it is. The foot needs to be lowered. Okay. So the ground. Need to turn that guy off for now. So I can tell what I'm doing. Alright. So after we lower the foot, we start getting an idea for what we want to do here. I'm looking for inconsistencies, basically. There we go. Whoa, my house just exploded. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, it just creaks like crazy whenever someone opens or closes a door. Alright, there we go. Now things are much more reasonable. Lower this down. There we are. Okay. Looking 100 times better. Alright. Beautiful. Nice giant calves. Okay. Let us import 3D Studio shoulder, apparently. Okay. Gonna raise this up. Shrink it down to like what do I do? My forearm is 15, so I'm gonna try 15 here, but it might work. I'm gonna bring this guy into place. Alright. Alright. Looking okay so far. Slide it on out. And bring it on home. Yep. Okay. So. Looks like it's a little small, so I'm gonna increase it to 17. Yeah. I will try this. Alright. We're getting places. But there's some issues being taken with the arm here. See this like fuzziness going on around here? Don't want that. Should be smooth angles. There we go. Like this. Okay. We are. Oh. Okay, that is a problem. Yo. Alright. And the problem is when I do all this like adjusting from this angle, I have no idea what I'm doing from the other angle, so maybe like totally messed up. See, like here it's way off, so now I'm gonna try and slide this up. And, yeah, okay, we're getting there. That looks good, pretty good. Still got an issue here. Here. Okay. Okay, so this is pretty decent, I'm thinking. Alright. We still got some major gappage going on. Now it may be a little too big. Yeah, I'll shrink it down 1% back to 16. Okay. Slide it back. Apparently someone is sawing something. I don't know. Drilling. Okay. There's drilling going on outside, so that's exciting. This up. Okay. Alright. We are very close to perfection. There we go. Looks good. It looks good. Okay. Alright. And then we're just gonna have that left thigh. Studio. Left thigh. Oh. Alright. This guy. That is pretty close to the size it's going to need to be. But it's a little big, so we're going to shrink it down to 24. And all right. All these angles that you have to work with, it's crazy. Okay. Remember, that might just be a little too small. Let's go back to 25. Let's see if we can't make this work. Alright. Bring it down a tiny bit. Okay. Something like this. Something like this. Let's say that's acceptable. Acceptable. Okay. Cool. Now what I'm going to try and do... Okay. Import 3D Studio. So we got all of these annoying right pieces to do. What I should be able to do is copy some of these values because they should be the same. So like the scale should definitely be the same for the left and right body parts. I think the Z, yeah. No, which one is it? The Z, yeah, Z translation and Y translation should both be the same because that's front and back and up and down. But the X translation is your side to side, which is definitely going to be different. But theoretically, I'm just not. It would be like, yeah. Theoretically, it should be the same, but negative. So if I hit negative, then it looks like it's just right in the correct position. So we're going to keep testing this theory with the other body parts. Our right forearm. So we have got 15%. Oh. And then we have our Z. Face that. We have our Y. Face that. And we have our X translation, which we're gonna paste that, but then we're gonna add a little negative on the front, and boom! Look at that! Look how beautiful that is. Oh, so much less work. Yes, 3D Studio. Okay. Then we're gonna go to our right hand. This was 6%. Okay. 6%. Cut the Y over first because why not? Get that. I don't even know where it went. Jeez. Okay. The Z translation. Where'd you go, little piece thing? There you are. Z. Oh, and then it's a horrible place for it to be. Let me fix that most hastily. Okay, there we go. Oh. Take a look at that. It's looking good. It's looking good. Let's import ourself. The next item after right hand comes right shin, which is ginormous. We got a 24% on that. Oh. And the Z translation. Translation is a fancy way of saying position, I guess. Y. And negative. What happened to that? Negative X. There we go. Import 3D Studio. Yeah, this gets kind of tedious, but you only have to do it once. per model, which hopefully won't have a lot of models, especially in the Shinma, like 2 elites and Spartans. Right, just lost my brain for a second. Alright, so this is the 16%. Boom! Oops, okay. So now we're going to select ourselves AZ translation and paste it. And then select ourselves a Y translation and paste it. Select ourselves a X translation and add a negative sign and paste it. There we go. Things are starting to come together. Wonderful. Okay. Last one. Oh my gosh. Okay. Open this. Thigh. 25% on the scale. Boom. Z translation. And Y translation. And finally, X translation. Negative X. There we go. Okay, so here we have a Spartan. I'm going to take a look at the chest real quick to make sure. This feels like it might be a little small, but maybe it's. I think it's okay. It's pretty decent. Where do we have it at? Is that 28? I mean, if I stuck it to 29, I think that's too big, isn't it? I think. Yeah, leave it at 28. Okay. So, the armor is there, but it's not stuck onto there yet. That's called parenting. You glue something to another something. So, we're going to... Oh, just let me stretch my arms. I'm tired. Okay. So I've selected the helmet. Now I'm going to go to Object, because it is an object. It's not a figure. If it was a figure, you would go to Figure, but it's an object. We're going to go Change Parent. No, actually, before we do this, I have a figure, and it's called Figure 2. But I'm going to go to Properties and rename it something easier, like Reach Spartan. That way I know what the heck Figure 2 is. Okay, so anyway, Object Change Parent. And we have our, you'll see Reach Spartan here in this table. It's like everything you have in the world, like lights, camera, action. Yeah. Okay, so we have Reach Spartan. We're going to go to the head. Helmet should be parented to the head. That way, when you move the head, the helmet moves too. Ah, okay. The chest, we're going to go Object Change Parent to, wouldn't you know it, the Reach Spartan chest. This guy, we're going to go Figure, no, not Figure, Object Change Parent. This is our right shoulder. So we parent it to right shoulder. And this is our right forearm. Parent it to...
Hey, Drew.
What's up? Oh, thank you. What is this?
Mango lassi or something?
Oh, mango lassi. That's good. Awesome, thanks.
Yes, there you go.
So, that was random. But, my friend came in and brought me a cup of mango lassi. Okay? Mango lassi is basically like a mango yogurt drink. That's lassi is like a weird word for yogurt, I guess. So I'm drinking some mango lassi while rigging a Spartan. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Change parent. I'm gonna go to the right hand. Boom. Okay, now just to make sure these things, yep, they're all parented. No, we're gonna have some major work to do with the joint parameters. Okay. Object. Just close down this thing. Okay. Left shoulder. I'm all distracted now. Okay, change parent. To the left shoulder. Where are you all at? Here we go. Yep. So, while I'm doing this, since you guys pretty much get the idea, you just change to be parented to whatever body part it should be. I mean, I pretty much named all the armor the same thing as the body parts where they're supposed to be stuck onto, so it's really easy. But yeah. I spent, just to totally go off topic here, I spent 2.5 years living in Malaysia. That was a very interesting experience. Lassi is something that is like Asian, I think. There was a lot of it out there anyway, like lassi yogurt drink things. But the best lassi I ever had was in Nepal. Stuff was amazing. You just get like this plain lassi drink, which is like I don't even know how do you even describe it? It's like drinking yogurt. It's like yogurt that's kind of thin enough to drink, but it's still like yogurt. But it tastes amazing. It's just like the best ever. We got reach right thigh. We're gonna go change parent. Reach left thigh. Awesome stuff. Reach right shin. And then reach right foot. Just test this out real quick. Yep, all is well. And I think I already committed that thigh, so we're going to go to the left shin, object, change parent, to our left shin. And then finally, we're going to change this parent to the left foot, wherever you at. There he is. This lassi, that's where it's at. Anytime you're rigging, you should definitely have someone bring you a cup of mango lassi, because it definitely makes everything better. I'm gonna close this out, I don't need that anymore. So finally, we have a Spartan. Alright, first thing, I'm gonna show you what would happen if we didn't rig the Spartan. Basically, he would be a rock. You would load him in here, and he would just move around like this. And you could animate him to move, like side to side, or up and down, and it would be the easiest damn thing in the world. Like, for instance, I'm gonna animate you a flying Spartan in like 10 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna go to frame 30. Then we're going to move the camera, and we're going to turn it, and then this Spartan is going to totally, like, move over here, like this, and it's going to be, like, so trippy because he's also going to turn like this, and like this, and it's going to be, like, the craziest thing ever. Like super, you don't even know, crazy. Okay, like this is just like gonna blow your mind. Look at this. Whoosh. Okay, and then since our camera's acting stupid, we're gonna fix it like halfway so that it's following him. There we go. And now we're gonna have like, oh my gosh, Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that is intense. Oh geez. Oh wow, look at that movement. This is basically how people do animation for like their ships flying and stuff, right? And if you need more frames, you jump it to like 60, and then after frame 30, you like go here or like here and oh no, I don't want to do that yet. Okay, so we have and then somewhere like here, I think it'll sweep by and he'll keep going. Let me select the tip and bow, bow. Okay, okay, we want to edit this around frame 45 to put the camera back where it should be. Okay, it was like whoosh. Okay, this is still messing up. Let's go to frame 55. Say no, I want my camera to be here. So now it's like whoosh. Okay, we got a space battle. Look at this. Look at this space battle. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, there. It doesn't really take anything to learn how to animate some ships flying around because they're basically just rocks, and you animate where you want the rock to be in a few seconds, and you just animate the camera to be where you want it to be as the rock moves. It's quite simple. And yeah, that's what we would be dealing with if we hadn't spent all this time rigging him. Which I guess I should have shown you that like after we actually finished rigging him because we haven't yet. But we're getting there. I mean, at least he moves, right? Like that's moving. It's just like really messy and there's some problems here. Okay. So I probably won't do all the joint parameters because time is ticking away quite rapidly. And so I'm just going to sort of show you guys the first few joints. I think I'll do like the neck, the arm, the leg, or something like that. Okay. So what you do, you select a body part. We got the neck here. Or maybe the head. Start with the head. Or the neck. Or the head and the neck. I don't even know. Okay. Start with the neck. And window joint editor. This is called joint parameters. I don't know why. It's the name. And we have a Y rotate and a Z rotate and a X rotate. But as you can see, we have lots of problems, things that are moving that shouldn't be moving. So we're going to go to our Y rotate. We're going to test it out, see where it is. And what it gives us here is this bar here. And basically everything between the bar is what is blending, what is moving. So I'm like, I don't want this stuff to move. Only this. And then I'm gonna want more of this up here to move. So like somewhere like here. Now, check this out. He moves normally. Oh my gosh, that's amazing! Okay. I might try dragging this down a little, but you can't really do that. Okay. So I'm gonna stick with this. This is good. It's plenty good. Doesn't need to turn his head that far unless it's his neck broken, in which case it's gonna be so fast it won't matter if it looks weird. So that's good. we're gonna go to our Z rotate. We're gonna test it first and be like, that is messed up in all kinds of ways. So this time, instead of a little bar, we have these angles. It really depends on what angle the joint is for what it's going to give you to edit it. And it's usually going to be one angle is going to be the bar, and the other two angles are going to be this kind of thing. So basically, you just move this. Everything covered in the red, like see how this red thing forms like an angle? So like everything outside this red angle will not be moved, and everything inside the green angle will move. So I'm going to widen up my green a little. You don't want it to be too green. So somewhere around here, we're going to test this out. Look at that! He can tilt his head from side to side. It's a little funny, but yeah, it should be fine. Okay. Now we're going to go to X rotate. This is definitely the most exciting part about rigging, but it can also be the most annoying when things don't work. So like I'm really happy right now because it is working how it's supposed to. Like I just move this away and it works. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, so this is like, okay. We got a head here, and then when he bends his head up, let's see, maybe it's look better, like, yeah, okay. Okay. So, now we have a head that looks up and down, and side to side, and can twist, and it doesn't affect the shoulders, which is good. Don't want it to affect the shoulders. Okay. So we're going to call that good for now. And then we're going to go hit up the chest. Alright. We want to keep open your joint editor. Let's go to Y rotate. And that is not quite what we want. We need this black here to move with it. So we're gonna okay. There we go. See, we want that armor to stay attached the whole time. Okay. So that was good. And we're going to go to our Z rotate. Test this out. Okay, we got some problems. So we got to figure out what form of rotation Now, actually, what we might end up having to do is completely ignore the chest and only use the abdomen. Because I'm not finding a way to make this work. Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking we're just gonna like the X here. Okay. So I'm actually gonna select the abdomen and work on this. Because anytime you want to bend the Spartan's chest area, you probably don't need. And here I just realized. So the X bends. Well, okay, that could work. That could be fine. I just realized these things on his spine are kind of supposed to bend too. What I might end up doing is I'm I might separate these spinal pieces and make them their own model, and then attach them to his abdomen, which is this middle area right here, instead of the upper chest area. Because if we get his abdomen, if we get his abdomen bending too much, and well, let's test this out. We're gonna go to X rotate, and we're gonna fix this up in a way that will make sense. Like that, have it bend that way. Okay. Although this might actually be fine. Okay, so we got bending, bending. Okay. Whoa. Oh, well. He still does need a chest bending movement, because when he bends over like this, we need okay. So leave that alone. We'll go to our Z just to see how it looks. And get this to bend in the right places. Alrighty. We're gonna do this, something like that. Okay, so now he can bend like that. And our Y joint, we're gonna try and make it so that this thing, there we go. We don't want it messing with the chest armor. There we go, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, okay, that's good. And then we're gonna go back to the chest and see if I can't figure out a little something to do here. So the Y looks good. The Z may be impossible to do it right, but we have our abdomen, which has a good Z, so chest may not even need one, because yeah, this thing is tripping out. It's like it doesn't know what to do. Okay, gotta ignore that one, and let's move on to our X and see if we can't have a good X rotate going on here. So we have massive stretchiness. Okay, whoopsie. I'm going to reselect our chest and select our, what are we working on, the X joint. Then I'm going to bend this, figure out what I need to do. Slide this under here. Oh my gosh, what does it do? It's being lame. Okay. Okay. So now this is should work out better, because we've got kind of a more natural way to bend the Spartan, right? So you can grab your abdomen here and bend him at this joint, but then you can also grab your chest and bend him a little more to get more of like more movement out of him. Of course, if you bend side to side like that, it's not really going to work, because you've got these holes that you can't really get to go away. But you shouldn't need to bend him like that. If you want to bend him side to side, you just use the abdomen. Kind of. Yep, but you can also, the nice thing is you can go into the joint parameters at any time and just adjust them. So like if you're in the middle of an animation, you realize, this thing isn't bending right, you can go back to your joint parameters and like adjust a little, like just for that scene if you need to. I haven't had to do that, but it is an option. Although this is still bothering me how it oh, I can't do Z because of those holes there. I'm wondering if there's any way I could do it, but I don't know. I could try dragging the center joint over here. Yeah, I mean that worked actually. Okay, yeah. So that's one thing. If you didn't really know what I did, then just rewind and look at it again. But I just grabbed the center of the joint and just pulled it down a little bit, so it's rotating from a spot that is beneath the armor, so the armor isn't actually being, those like holes behind the armor aren't being moved, so we don't know they're there, which is good. Yeah. Okay. So we've done the neck, chest, abdomen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the left arm for you and the left leg, and then we're gonna sign off for a while. You should kind of understand how it works from there. You're gonna have to go through every finger and edit each joint to make sure it's bending right, and that's freaking tedious. But once you do it, it's done. All right. The arm and the leg are usually the worst ones because for some reason it always wants to move like the whole freaking body every time. It's like, why? So let's try this. We got our left shoulder. We're going to go to our joint editor. Start with our Y rotate. Check out how it's looking. So it is tearing open his entire arm, which is not cool. So we're going to see what we can do to fix this. Probably going to have to pull this green down. Oop. And pull this down until it's not affecting that area. There we go. Now, if we turn this, but now it's still not really doing what we want. So I'm gonna here. And we got kind of arms are really a pain. Oop, no. I'm gonna drag this green out even more-ish. Alright, so I'm thinking somewhere. One option we have, which I'm gonna explore in a few minutes, not quite yet. So, it's not really good, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now. And then gonna hit up a Z rotate. Alright. So this time, I do not want any of that moving. Now it's getting pretty antsy. It's like, what? How am I supposed to do this? Okay. So I'm gonna try and move this around and kind of see what happens, which is not good things at all. Okay. This is crazy sauce. Alright. Okay, so somewhere like there is not really ideal, but again, I'm just gonna leave it alone for now and see what I can. Although really, like, the arm shouldn't be moving. Well, yeah, I mean, it's okay. We're gonna leave that for now though, and test out our X joint. Okay, this one is. This is trippy. Very trippy. Basically, these joints are whack. Okay, I'm gonna try this. This is just messed up. Okay. Go to our Y joint. Just like moving things around, trying to figure out what I can do to remedy this crazy situation. All right. Yeah. See, we got problems. Arg. There we go. Okay. This is just so screwy. Okay. Come on. Basically, we want to separate the shoulderish part from the armish part. So what I'm going to try and do is add some what we call zones, which are weird. And I don't really understand them, but sometimes they work. So we're gonna hope that this time they do. Okay, so I'm taking this green zone, put it here, taking the red zone. And how it's supposed to work is that anything within the green capsule moves, anything within the red capsule doesn't move, sort of. It's just that it doesn't always really work, but sometimes it kind of does. Yeah, I need to select the arm. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Here we go. Okay. So I want this shoulder part to fall on him. Yes, like that. So I'll kind of move the capsule over it and try to keep that because I want that part. But it's being a little funny still. Okay. But then I do not want that. So, let's see what you did. You move these capsules around by using your translate. I just press T and I get this translate tool. It's also up here. It pulls things around, or you press R and you get your rotate. So, yeah. I need to get this guy's arm, but I'm having trouble selecting it. Where is it? Arm. Give me arm. Hello? Okay. Oh my gosh. Give it to me. Alright, actually this is a hard way. Go to the left shoulder. Okay. So the capsules are actually doing their job somewhat. But we're still having a little glitchy stuff here going on. Let's see. Whatever that is. Okay, there we go. So that kind of helped that. We're gonna... Oops. I'm going to rotate this capsule. And I'm going to... Blarg. Left shoulder. Look at that. That is working pretty good so far. Okay. So this arm is, well, we still got something moving down here we don't want. I'm gonna see if I can't bring it back. Okay, here we go. Capsules are pretty weird sometimes. Okay. So really you're going to be going through a lot of just painful little trial and error things where you kind of adjust it. You can learn to move the centerpiece on this around sometimes, and then if nothing's working, capsules are like your last resort. And usually they work. I've got someone messaging me now. Okay. Alright. So basically, this is almost done. Yeah, I've been here for a while, so I feel like I need to wrap this up. So, probably gonna leave this arm alone now. I mean, as you can see, this is a significant improvement from what we did before. It's actually kind of like moving without messing everything up now. I'm still going to do a little bit of editing, tweaking, trying to get a perfection. If you notice, there's this whole opening here, and I'm going to try and make that not happen. And that jaggedness there, I'm going to try and get rid of that. Basically, yeah, you never really know what's going to work and what won't. You just keep trying things, keep messing with your angles here, move some capsules around. I'm going to show you guys the leg. I feel like it probably won't be as much of a pain. So let's start with window, joint editor, Y rotate. See what it looks like. Okay. So it's tripping out right now. And I'm gonna Okay, so it is definitely being weird. Really weird, okay. Oh, right. This one's probably going to require some capsule action also. Okay, because we need it to move with the armor, but we don't want that middle chest area to, or hip area to move. So I'm going to throw on some more capsules here. Let's see if I can't get this hip to stay put, and only this leg here to move. There we go. It's starting to. You can kind of tell what's going on by where all these little dots are. All right. Let's go to our left thigh. And now, look at this, with the capsules on, it's basically moving how you want it to move. See? It's not messing up with everything else now. In the capsules, there's really no set way to do it. You just sort of drag them around. Keep the green one around what you want to move and drag the red one wherever it best works. Sometimes it works like near it, sometimes you drag it like really far away and it works. It's weird. There's no set way to do it. Okay, this one should be easier. We should just be able to do it with the angles. We don't want all of that to bend. Just sort of this part. And yeah, there we go. Look at that. Boom, boom, we can do the splits. Exciting. Okay. And then we're going to hit the X joint. And we're going to go right here. Like that. And okay. Oh, and we got some weirdness going on over here. Okay then. So this is going to require another capsule intervention, it looks like. So I'm going to add a capsule zone. And I'm going to take this big red one and move it around here. Take the green one and move it onto like just the leg. But we have to make sure that it's okay. So we're going to move it here. Move this guy. And around here and okay, starting to get something. Okay. All right. See, this time moving the red one farther away is doing some good here. So now we're going to select that left thigh. All right. So that is moving better. Still a little crazy, but at this point, it's kind of impossible. Like the way the armor is and stuff, it shouldn't be able to even move that high. So it's normal that it should look dumb that high. So like, yeah, I'd say this is pretty decent. I may adjust the capsule a little more, but it's basically how it should be. Okay, so I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. I got a lot more joints to edit, but not much sense in you guys staring at me do the same thing like I did in the beginning with all the armor pieces, blah. But we have a Spartan, and he's just starting to come together. I'm liking the the rotation up in here. Oop. This is good. The chest and the abdomen. Of course, just as I say it's good, I feel like there's a problem here. So the abdomen bends well. The chest, if I could select it. Where the heck is it? Chest. Come on. Come on. Where you at? Where the heck are you at? Whatever. Oh. So that's a problem right there. That looks like just some let me joint editor. That's on our X rotate. And it looks like that. It's just because of that being there. Okay, there we go. Fixed just like that, and now it works fine and dandy. Awesome. So we have some moving parts and some less moving parts, things that'll have to be fixed and whatnot, things that are on the way, but we are getting there. And next tutorial, I should have this guy fully rigged, and we'll start to look at animation. So you guys, peace out. For those of you who watched this, thanks for sticking with me, and y'all have yourselves a good time animating. Adios.